Most coaches and business owners struggle to stand out because they keep saying the same things, making the same sales pitches, and just getting lost in the noise overall. But what if there was a way that you could stand out from your competitors and make it easier for your potential clients to say yes during the sales process? What's going on, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to share with you guys the secret of unique mechanisms. This is a tool that's completely underused in the sales world, and it's one that can be a complete game changer for you and your business. Stick with me through this video, and by the end, you will know exactly how to create your own unique mechanisms and elevate your sales process. So first, let's start with what the heck is a unique mechanism? A unique mechanism is something that helps you stand out from the competition. And if you're not looking at your competition, you're already missing out. I'd highly recommend that you look into your competition and see what they're saying about themselves, about their own systems or programs or coaching, etc., so that you can have a better idea of what type of messaging is out there, and so that you can more easily separate yourself from the pack. Not knowing what they're saying makes it harder for you to create your own messaging that is different and compelling. A unique mechanism is what makes you uniquely you, what makes your program, your coaching, your system, your process, everything uniquely you. It essentially sets you apart as different and, ideally, if done well, better than your competitors in the same industry or markets. One great example that we can use is Peloton. So Peloton is not just a stationary bike. There are a ton of stationary bikes available on the market from a ton of different companies out there, so they really need to do a better job of standing out. Peloton did this by positioning themselves not as a stationary bike, but as an interactive home fitness system. They were one of the first to do it. Since then, plenty of other interactive home gym systems have come out, but they all have to do something different in order to compete with what Peloton has done and how they position themselves in the market. You can do the exact same thing. You don't have to be Peloton to make it work. So keep this in mind. The human brain craves new solutions to old problems. If your offer just sounds like everybody else's offer, then it's not going to stand out and it's going to get ignored. Here's 3 things that really make unique mechanisms stand out. Number 1, the curiosity effect. A truly compelling unique mechanism will stand out naturally because it creates curiosity in the mind of your prospect, what we like to call guests. So your guest is going to start thinking about solving their problem differently. Maybe they've tried older solutions that haven't solved the problem or didn't work well for them, and they're seeking something new. It's the same problem, but potentially your solution could solve it in a different and better way. They're really thinking in their mind, what makes this different? And that's where curiosity comes into play. Number 2, this effectively eliminates your competition. In the mind of your guests, they can only get this solution from you because it's truly unique and different. For example, most CrossFit gyms, if you go to their website, pick 10 and prove me wrong, will say that they offer a fitness solution, nutrition, and community, if not accountability. They might add that in there. Maybe it's a bonus 4th unique mechanism. The problem is that every single other CrossFit gym offers the exact same thing. And this creates a perception in the mind of your guests, your potential clients, that all CrossFit gyms are the same. Unfortunately, that doesn't work in your favor, because now all they're going to be doing is looking at price. And that is not where we want to be, because anytime we get into a price competition, we become a commodity. And commodities are always going to be driven down in price through competition. It's the wrong type of competition. And that brings us to number 3, which is that unique mechanisms increase perceived value. You have the opportunity to create something that's unique and proprietary, and typically consumers are going to pay up for that. A great example would be Apple. Apple offers a Retina display. Is it really better than other types of HD displays that you can get for computers? Not necessarily. However, it is positioned in the market as a unique and proprietary system, and if you guys know Apple, they're really good at doing that, and most people are willing to pay up through the nose for Apple products, even if they aren't actually better than Android or Windows products. So let's take some action on this right now. Let's create your own unique mechanisms. First of all, I'd recommend that you come up with 3, not just 1. Having just 1 unique mechanism is a good start, and it's something you certainly can do because it will potentially position you better in your market ahead of your competitors. However, having 3 creates a much more compelling offer and increases that perceived value. Any more than 3 can become a little more confusing. You're offering too many things at one time and can potentially cause paralysis by analysis in the mind of your guests. We don't want to give them too much to think about. So let's go through a simple process together to create your first unique mechanism, and then just rinse and repeat and do this for 3 of them. Number 1, you need to identify your core advantage. What do you do differently from everybody else, from your competitors? What do you do differently to get your clients results? What do you feel sets you apart from your competition? If you're not sure, take a look at your competition. Look at 10 of your competitors and then look into their websites, their messaging, their social accounts, and see what they're saying. What is their messaging saying? What are they offering? And how can you position yourself differently than that? The last thing we want to do is say the exact same thing that everybody else is saying. Number 2, you have to give it a name. Now, it doesn't have to be super fancy. You can easily just use words like system, process, etc. to really make it stand out. You can use your brand name in it. You can use an acronym for it. Here's what I've found to be the most helpful thing in the world. Just go on ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to scope your website and your social media, just give it the links and say, this is my program, this is my process, here is what we do, and then generally lay out how you solve your client's problems, and then ask it to help you name the system by which you solve those problems. You can also ask it to make that into an acronym. I like to do both, and then I look at both and I try to come up with the most unique name possible, and then I usually will cross-reference this with my competitors to make sure I'm not saying the same thing. The last thing you want to do is create something and then have somebody else already pitching that all over the internet. That's going to, again, bury your messaging. It's not going to be good for you. And worst case scenario, they could come after you with some legal action. So let's be smart about this and make sure what you put together is truly uniquely yours. For me, for example, I love to diagnose sales funnels for my clients. I am a sales funnel nerd. I love to dive in, see what's going on, find those bottlenecks, and fix them. I patch the holes on the leaky ship. That is something that I know I do better and differently than my competitors. So I could name that something like Funnel RX, Sales Funnel Fixer, Sales Diagnostic Tool, or SDT if I wanted to create an acronym for it, just to give you a few ideas. Lastly, for step 3, we need to frame this as the missing piece of the puzzle. You need to explain to your guests how this is the key to solving their problem. An example of a great unique mechanism that I feel does this really well is from a company that I've worked with in the past. It's a large fitness organization offering franchises, and they have something for the unique mechanisms they call 30-for-you. And that stands for a 30-minute workout designed specifically for you, tailored to you. So instead of saying we offer 30-minute workouts, what this company did is they decided to say they are offering 30-minute workouts designed specifically for you. And guess what? None of their competitors were saying that, so it was a great way to position themselves in the market. So now that we have a unique mechanism, or ideally 3, how do we use these within our brand and our brand messaging? There are a number of different ways that these are going to be valuable to you to use. Number 1, you can use them in your website messaging. So make sure they're positioned in your website somewhere where new potential leads who are scoping you out, taking a look to see what it is that you have to offer, can see this. Ideally, you can pair that up with some social proof, data if you have it. If you don't, start collecting that now. Let's try to get some client testimonials. Let's get some client opinions on video or at least typed out, maybe in a 5-star review or something, on this unique mechanism, something that shows that people know it exists and that they believe in it. Naturally, next would come your social media. So we have it on the website. We're just going to take that messaging and we're going to add it into our social media posts. If you never talk about these unique mechanisms, they can't do the work for you. So we have to make sure that we're putting it out there, that we're promoting it as something that we do that is different and better than our competitors. If we do that on social media and our website and maybe even our newsletter, and we're pumping it out there as much as possible, it's going to have a huge impact for you. Lastly, you have to have this in your sales pitch. If you don't already have a sales pitch, if you're just kind of winging it, we talk about how to run a sales pitch on this channel pretty often, and we'll be doing a few videos where we take a deep dive in how to create your own effective and efficient visual sales pitch or presentation. So make sure you're subscribed so you can see when that video drops, and I do the entire walkthrough of the process. That said, unique mechanisms live right at the front of the presentation. Oftentimes, I find that salespeople make the mistake of putting their About Me section as the first slide in a sales presentation. This is a huge huge miss. Your clients don't really care about that. They've likely already researched you a little bit, seen some of your content, they've talked to you during the sales call or conversation for a while now. It's not adding any value to the conversation. So instead, start with unique mechanisms, because that will stand out and have a much bigger impact on these potential clients. So during that sales presentation, you'll have 3 unique mechanisms, each on their own slide and each with several bullet points. I recommend 2 to 3 maximum. Minimize the number of words on each of these slides so that you don't lose the focus of your guest. So now that you know the power of unique mechanisms and the process to create them, what can you come up with? Share it in the comments below and I'll be happy to chat back with you and help you refine it. And hey, if you got value from this video, make sure that you smash the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We're putting out new content every single week describing this sales process. It's a method that I've been working on for the last 15 years and have proven over thousands of sales calls. If that's something you're interested in, subscribe. And if you want some free resources to help you create things like unique mechanisms and your entire sales presentation, as well as a more effective sales conversation, then head on over to my website, www.coachburley.com, where I host all of my resources for free. Just join my newsletter. There are 7 guides on there that cover the entire process, top to bottom. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.